Hello! So, this is my first vlog, so you have to try not to judge me because I'm probably going to say a lot because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm very lost. I tried to watch videos on how to make a vlog and how to be successful at this, but I really, when it comes down to it, like, it is what it is. I'm just trying to help. The reason I made this channel is because I kept getting a lot of questions on all of my social media about, you know, fitness related things and how to get started, and, you know, maybe it's people that just want to lose weight, or they're just trying to get themselves into a gym, or they even want to compete and just want to know how to start. I'll start off by saying that I am an NPC bikini competitor. I've only competed in one show, and that was almost a month ago, like 3 weeks ago maybe. I don't even know. Who's keeping up? I'm currently, I think, 6 weeks out now for my next show. That's going to be in August. So pretty excited about that. For the first video, I guess, on this channel, I wanted to kind of do a Q&A because I do get some questions, and what better way to get to know me as a person than, you know, answering questions from people that I already get. So the first question that I got was, how old are you? When people ask me that, I always try to get them to guess, but I guess I can't ask you guys to guess because you can't talk to me until after it's uploaded. So I am 23 and I turned 24 in December. So yeah, Sagittarius, December 8th. Another person asked, what age did you start competing / working out? So those are two completely different questions. I'll start off with what age I started working out. I started working out, well, let's rewind. I've always been, I guess, athletic because, I mean, I danced my whole life. I did track for like 4 years of school. I did cheerleading, which, I mean, it is athletic. And I guess, like, sometimes in a way, like, I did have a gym membership when I was like 20, and I would go like a couple times, but I never touched a weight in my life. At that point, I was always going in there and doing cardio. I thought that was all that I was supposed to do. I always wondered why I never gained muscle, because I never had a proper diet, and I never touched a weight. So now I know. So I started working out, so it's been, I'm trying to think here, because in January it was a year, so it's been a year and a half basically since I started working out. When did you start competing? So I started prep. I was originally supposed to do a show in May, so I started a prep in February. So since February, I've been competing. My first show, like I said, was in June. See, I am just losing track of time over here. Okay, anyways, next question. Where do you get your cute workout clothes? So I get this question a lot. A lot of times it's girls that are in the gym and they just see what I'm wearing and they'll just be like, oh my god, where'd you get that? A lot of times my clothes, like this shirt that you're seeing now, it says exercise participant. These are shirts that I've gotten from doing things like, I was in EMT school, so I did we did some kind of something and we got a free shirt. So this is one of those shirts. I thought it was funny because it says exercise participant. So yeah, no, I cut all of my shirts. Usually I get I don't like to spend a lot of money on clothes because I do like to cut them up, so I really don't see the point of spending $20 to $30 on a shirt when I'm just gonna destroy it. But I mean, lots of places. I go to like, even places like Plato's Closet, which if you don't have a Plato's Closet, it's like a high-end thrift store for younger adults and teenagers, whatever. But they accept like only higher end stuff. And I just look there and I find lots of stuff. Typically all of the activewear is going to be fairly new. Unfortunately, most of the people that take their activewear clothes there, I guess, buy the activewear clothes and then use it once and then return. I mean, that's at least what it looks like to me. I always find stuff that looks super new. I used to, when I went to the gym, I would wear, I don't know if this girl was referring to like my sports bras that I used to wear at the gym all the time. I would have like crossover sports bras. Those are just regular old sports bras that I just take one, you know, strap and put it on the other side, just put it over my head. Yeah, just to make it look cuter. Holds your boobies in a little bit better. Yeah, so really I did try the whole Lululemon thing, and I do wear my Lululemon pants a lot, but I have stopped that because the addiction was real for like a month, and half my paychecks were going to Lulu, and that was unfortunate to myself and my kitchen that I need food in. So I had to stop that real quick. So I don't even try to look at Lululemon anymore because it's just, I can find activewear pants and stuff like that in other places that are gonna fit generally pretty well. If there is one thing that I'm gonna spend a lot of money on, it is like, you know, good pants for the gym because I tend to wear through them. So Lululemon has been very good when it comes to that, but hurting my bank account. What is your favorite exercise? So I love talking about this because there's so many people that tell me that just deadlifting in general is not great for a woman's physique that does bikini. I've been told that it widens your waist. I don't know, I went pretty heavy when I first started deadlifting and my waist didn't really expand. I have a super tiny waist, and the only thing that I can say that expanded were my legs and my behind. So, do I go quite that heavy anymore? Not really, because I had an injury a while back. So I have toned that down a little bit. Still works the same way. I train slower. So I do my reps a lot slower and controlled so that I can really focus on the muscle that I'm working, because the glutes are very important, you know. The next question is kind of funny. How do you keep your butt while competing? So, typically, when you're dieting and you're dieting for a show, you do lose muscle with the fat that you're losing. There's no way to really get around that. You know, you're gonna be doing a pretty good amount of cardio. So, I mean, even I lost quite a bit, but that's why, like, your bulking, your off season, your improvement season, whatever you want to call it, is so important, because that is when you are building yourself. Because in a prep, you are not like building yourself. You're not trying to really grow. I mean, I am bulking into these shows, but you're not gonna go from like this little tiny butt to this big butt in a prep. Especially because at the end of prep, you gotta diet down. You gotta do cardio. You gotta get lean. Sorry, my camera like died while I was saying stuff. Typically, your off season is so important because that's when you're making the most gains. That's when, you know, you're building. So when you do diet down, you know, you have something more. You have something more to lose. Like, you know, you're not worried about losing as much because you have a lot, you know, there. Next question I was trying to answer, but I figured out that my camera died, was what was the hardest thing you had to give up starting this lifestyle? So, I tried my best to answer all of these before I started recording because I wanted to not have to say a lot, but really I didn't have to give up anything. I started, you know, weightlifting, and I did that for a whole year, and I made sure like it was something that I truly wanted to do and I was gonna stay interested in because you know, competing is not easy. It's an extreme sport, and they call it that for a reason. You know, I don't feel like it's giving up anything, but you do have to mentally be there. You have to physically be there. You have to be prepared to have all these ups and downs and be able to stick to a diet and be able to, you know, do everything that your coach says, you know, whatever. You have to be very, how would I say it? I don't know, self-dedicated, because it's a very self-sport. You have to make sure you are there. So really, I wasn't like partying a lot when I first started, you know, competing, because I knew this was already something that I really wanted to do. And even if I was, this is totally something that is worth giving that stuff up. So I don't need to drink alcohol. I don't need to, you know, smoke a cigarette. I don't, you know, a lot of people give up their social life, but there's no real need to give up your social life. I don't think that's really healthy. I don't really have a huge social life as it is, aside from people at work, but that's just because I really don't know a whole lot of people in the place that I live, because I, you know, moved here and just started working right away. So yeah, that I don't feel like I gave up anything. Next question is, what made you start weight training? This is a tough one because I get this question a lot. And before, I was very much the person that thought that weightlifting was going to be something that made me bulky and manly and blah blah blah. You know, the whole 9 yards of what a lot of girls think that weightlifting does. But like I said, going back to when I like did cardio, if I did go to the gym, I always wondered why I wasn't building muscle, and you know, why I wasn't really getting anywhere with anything, because I was already really freaking lean at the time. Like, I think I started, when I first started weight training, I was probably like 89 pounds, and I at that point in my life, I didn't care if something like this made me bulky, because I wanted to gain weight. That was my focus. Like, I would go in the gym and I would see all of these girls, maybe they competed, maybe they just weight trained, whatever, for fun. But I would watch these girls and I'd be like, damn, she look good. Like, look at her ass. Like, excuse me. But I would just be mind blown by these girls, and I'd be sitting there like on my cardio equipment like, okay, I'm doing something wrong. Like, something they're doing is working for them and I need to figure it out right now. So I started watching videos on weight training and started like self-teaching myself. It just went from there, and it was really cool because you know, when you do start seeing the changes in your body, like I would see little lines in my arms, and I would get so excited because I was like, oh, I like that. Like, it was just cool to see yourself like change. Of course, it's hard when you're first starting because it's not immediate. It's something that you do have to do for a while to notice anything. Along with diet, which I didn't have at first. I was not dieting. I thought, like, I have this, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want all the time and I'm gonna be gravy. Which should have worked typically, but the way my body works is anything that wasn't like super nutritious in value, like I would eat cheeseburgers, I would eat like ice cream every night, I would eat just whatever I wanted, Krispy Kreme donuts. If I thought about it, I would eat it. It wasn't a, should I have this or should I have that? It was just I ate what I wanted and that was it. And I ate all the time and I just lost a whole bunch of weight from just eating these simple carbs. Like, my body was just burning through it because I was going to the gym and burning them all off so fast, and it was nothing that was really soaking into my system and sticking. So after all of that, I got a coach and we good now. We good. But how did you feel eating a surplus amount of calories when you started bulking? So this goes right back to what I just said. I got a coach. Because I was so like, I have no idea what I'm doing diet-wise. I've never been on a diet. I've never tried. I didn't know what was gonna be right with me. I just said, you know what? Let's let somebody else do it. Because typically, if you're gonna compete, you need to have someone, you know, directing you. If you don't know what you're doing, you can't guess. Like, if you're gonna compete, you can't guess. Like, numbers do matter. Like, it's a thing. So, yeah, I got a coach and we started bulking me, and I gained quite a bit. Right now, I'm weighing at, I think, 105, 106. And like I said in the beginning, I was weighing like 89 pounds, and I have text messages saved from when I started with my coach, and me being excited about weighing like 92 pounds, 94 pounds, like 95 pounds. Like, I was getting so excited when I started bulking, but the bulking was a very, I don't want to say clean, but it was cleaner than what I was eating. Lots of like rice, chicken, sweet potatoes, lots and lots of like better carbs. I want to say better because white rice, whatever, but it was better than, you know, all the bread and shit that I was eating. So how did I deal with the surplus amount of calories? At first, I wanted to die. I texted him so many times, my coach, I texted him so many times saying, there's no way I can eat all of this. I'm not gonna eat all of this. I can't do it. There were days when I went without 1 or 2 meals because I literally felt so stuffed. And I kept trying and I kept trying, and finally I hit a point where my metabolism started to recognize like how much I was eating, and it started to speed up. So I was hungrier and I was able to eat 1 more meal, and then I was able to eat 1 more meal, and then I just got so used to eating those meals, and that's when I started gaining weight, that, you know, I was even feeling hungry after all those meals. So at first, yeah, it was hard, but, you know, like I said, I got used to it, so it's fine. Were you an athlete in high school? I already talked about this. I did track, I danced, cheerleading, whatever. Yeah, so I guess I was an athlete. Track is like the main thing that I did. So yeah, I ran. That was it. No weight training. But yeah, that's all the questions that I have right now. I didn't get a chance to go through all of them, but I feel like this video is already really long. I hope you guys, you know, like. So just realized my camera died again. So I hope you like this. if you have any more questions for me, feel free to ask me. Whatever, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you're supposed to say at the end of these videos. Excuse me, I've just been burping this whole video. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I have. So excuse me. I'm gonna go make another meal, and then I'm gonna go lay down and prepare myself for work tomorrow. So hope you guys have a great, whatever you're doing, your great week, great day, great night, whatever. Hope whatever it is, it's great. And I should be doing a physique update. Like I said, I'm 6 weeks out from my next show, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so whatever. See you soon.